2023 accomplishments at mga programang tututukan ngayong taon ating alamin mula kay Secretary Larry Gadon, Presidential Advisor on Poverty Alleviation. Secretary Gadon, magandang tanghali at welcome po sa Bagong Pilipinas ngayon.
Magandang tanghali at maraming salamat sa inyong imbitasyon dito sa inyong napakagandang programa, Bagong Pilipinas ngayon.
Okay, bilang Presidential Advisor on Poverty Alleviation, ano po yung mga polisiya at programang inyong naipatupad sa pagtatapos ng taong 2023, sir?
Well, I really cannot say na naipatupad ko, no? Because my job is a Presidential Advisor for Poverty Alleviation. Wala akong direct implementation of any programs. Ang ginagawa ko lang is I submit to the President, to the Office of the President, the ideas that should be implemented to combat poverty. And marami naman tayong na-suggest and some of them are being done. And although I cannot claim credit because everything is done under the name of the President. And as you can see, in poverty alleviation alone, we have decreased the poverty incidence by about more than almost 2% from the 25, more or less 25% of our population living under the poverty threshold. So, according to PSA, this translates to about 1 million Filipinos uplifted from poverty threshold. And tuloy-tuloy naman ang programa ng Marcos administration at magaling naman yung ating presidente at napakaganda ng kanyang mga programa. So ang nangyayari ngayon ay, as you can see also in December alone, our inflation rate is down to 3.9%. And our employment rate is 95.8%, the highest in 18 years. And considering that we have just came from a pandemic na talagang sumadsad ang ating workforce, itong just after a year of taking over the helm of the government, we were able to provide jobs na umabot ng 95.8%.
Wow.
This is the highest in 18 years.
Wow, malaking bagay yan.
Oo,
para
kaya
sa
malaki ang nabawas doon sa poverty level natin. And marami pa kami mga programa, lalo pa at ang ating presidente, his advocacy is to provide electricity even to the farthest areas. Yun kasing electricity, yan talaga ang makakapagbigay ng bagong economic activities in any place, no? So it will create more jobs and more economic activities, more economic development. Yun ang target namin dyan. And sabi nga ni Presidente Bongbong Marcos, our target really is mabawasan ng kalahati yung poverty incidence. So he wanted that by the end of his term, yung more or less 25 million Filipinos living under the threshold of poverty ay maiangat namin ng at least kalahati. And kung tutuusin naman, the situation is not really so bad because those who are under the food poor poverty threshold, yan naman ay natutugunan ng ibang mga programa ng gobyerno like the food stamp and the programs of the SWD. No? By the way, Secretary Rex Gatchalian is very good also in the implementation of the programs of the President. So, ang ating poverty incidence ngayon ay nababawasan naman talaga.
Ayun sir, nabanggit nyo na nga po yung sa DSWD po, no? Napakahalaga po nung coordination po, no? Na sa ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan. Kamusta naman po yung pakikipagtulungan po ninyo sa mga ahensya ng pamahalaan upang tugunan po yung kahirapan sa ating bansa?
Well, actually, as of now, we are conducting a survey among the various agencies of the government because some of them are receiving directly donations from foreign donors for the implementation of their own poverty alleviation programs. And that is why I have asked all the agencies to provide us information and data about the donations that they receive from other countries so that we can synchronize and probably revise or improve the implementation of these programs. Kasi ang gusto ni Presidente Marcos, ni Bongbong Marcos, is for us to have a government approach in combating poverty. So therefore, nagtutulungan talaga kami. And Secretary Rex Gatchalian, nag-uusap kami. And maganda naman yung aming mga coordination. And yung aming mga pag-uusap, maganda naman, kagaya ng NAPSI. And ayan, at ang alam ko rin nga ay pinapa-inventaryo din ni Presidente Bongbong Marcos yung mga lupain under the ancestral domain so that makita natin kung paano natin mabibigyan ng tulong ang ating mga IPs. Kasi isa sila sa mga sektor na talaga nandun pa rin sa poverty threshold.
Okay, Secretary Gadon, isa po sa inyong priority nung maupo kayo bilang Presidential Advisor on Poverty Alleviation ay ang nutrition para sa mga kabataan.
Yes.
Could you update us more or less ano na po ang sitwasyon ngayon?
Gradually, ginagawa namin yon because there are organizations or mga individuals who are supportive of our ideas. So therefore, binibigyan lang namin sila ng idea kung paano nila dapat gawin at ginagawa naman nila. But recently, there is a very important or a big development na itong, pwede ko bang banggitin? Ang
Sure.
SM Foundation has committed to support our program, yung BBM or Batang Busog Malusog, and they will donate to us in kind a lot of nutrition pack food na pwede nating maipamahagi. Hindi man namin mabigyan lahat, uunahin muna namin yung the poorest of the poor areas na kung saan kailangan ng tulong ng ating mga kababayan.
Kasama po ba dito ang Nutriban? Babalik po ba?
Yan din naisip ko.
Ang Nutriban, matagal na naming ini-implement yan. Even during, before the campaign, nagpapalabas na kami ng mga Nutriban, lalo na kapag mayroong mga calamities, ganyan. And my daughter, Alaris Gadon, is heading or leading this movement na namimigay sila ng mga Nutriban. Although hindi lang namin masyadong napapublicize yan dahil kasi ang focus namin is yung makatulong muna. And we were doing it under the name also of the President. Nire-report namin sa kanya. No, even during the time that hindi pa niya planong tumakbo, we are already distributing Nutriban under the name of Bongbong Marcos.
Secretary, ito naman po. Ano po yung mga naging challenges po ninyo bilang advisor on poverty alleviation itong nakaraang taon at paano nyo po ito kinaharap?
Ang isa sa pinakamalaking problema ng ating bansa ay ang enerhiya. And siyempre, although meron tayong mga ahensya na tumutugon dyan like the Department of Energy and yung ating ERC, pero hindi naman nangangahulugan yan na hindi na kami pwedeng gumawa ng mga paraan kung paano namin matutulungan yung sector na yan. In fact, I have been talking to and meeting with a lot of foreign investors who are interested in putting up power plants na kahit na maliliit, yung tipong mga nasa 10 to 20 megawatts lang. But those who can really help in our poorest communities na walang mga stable na electricity. Kasi alam mo, electricity that will translate to more jobs and more economic development, more economic activities, and which means that it will generate jobs. Ang talaga number one na solusyon sa poverty is job generation. Like what China did. Job generation sila.
Okay, Secretary, na-mention nyo nga po ito kanina, pero ayon din po sa datos talaga, tumaas nga po ang employment rate at malaki po ang job opportunities mula po sa mga foreign trips ng Pangulo para sa bansa. Pero sa taong ito, Secretary, ano po ba ang inyong bibigyang prioridad hinggil sa employment dito sa bansa?
Itong first quarter, I have been talking to and have meeting with several foreign investors on energy and also in housing. And yan yung mga projects na pwede kong ipasa sa Office of the President para sa implementation. Oo. Although nakakausap ko na sila and we are already doing the details of the work, and then once these are completed, I will report it to President Marcos.
It really makes sense kasi if you really think about it, these are the basic necessities
Yes.
na dapat meron ng lahat ng mga Pilipino for them
Oo.
to be able to actually move on, no?
Yes.
To become better.
Yes. In fact, kasi yan yung hindi ka magkakaroon ng magandang economic development kung wala kang kuryente. Like for example, one province which is food basket. No? They produce a lot of agricultural and aquaculture products. But because the electricity is not stable, they do not have any processing plants, they do not have any cold chain facilities, no cold storage. So yung kanilang mga napuproduce na agricultural products and fisheries products, ano lang yan, mabilisan na benta lang ang kailangan. Walang mga trabaho na para sa mga manufacturing plants, so ganyan.
Kumbaga, no room for growth.
Yes, as compared to, I've been to Zamboanga because I was invited in the 6th National Congress of Sardines Industry in Zamboanga. And talaga namang kamangha-mangha dahil na yung sardines industry pa lamang nila, in Zamboanga alone, they employ 35,000 workers. And bukod pa doon, meron pa sila yung mga informal workers para doon sa mga bottled sardines, no? Na hindi na parte ng mga manufacturing plants, kundi mga home industries yun. So, kumakalat yung trabaho kapag maganda ang supply ng kuryente.
It makes sense.
Eto sir, ang dami niyo na-accomplish nung first year niyo po. No? Sa pagpasok naman po nung ikalawang taon niyo po bilang Presidential Advisor on Poverty Alleviation, ano po yung mga programa at polisiya na tututukan po ninyo sa taong ito?
Yun nga, yung paglikha ng trabaho sa pamamagitan ng pag-attract ng mga investments para sa kuryente, para sa mga manufacturing industry. Dahil pagkayan ay nabigyan mo ng trabaho yung mga tao. Kasi ako mismo, I do not believe in dole-outs. I shun dole-outs. Kung maaari, ay tulungan natin yung mga Pilipino na magkaroon ng trabaho. Sapagkat iyon ang gusto na maipatupad ng ating mahal na Presidente.
Tama yun, di ba? Teach a man how to fish.
Yes.
It will last a lifetime.
Yan talaga yung
That's it.
sustainable,
You are
sir,
right.
di ba?
Not left.
Sustainable yun, di ba?
Sustainable development tayo. Well, mensahe nyo na lang po sa ating mga kababayan na nakatutok sa ating programa ngayon, Secretary.
Oo, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat at ako ay nananawagan sa ating mga kababayan na bigyan lamang ng pagkakataon ng ating mahal na Presidente na ipatupad niya ang lahat ng kanyang mga advokasya at programa upang ang ating bansa ay makabangon at tayo ay sama-samang babangon muli tungo sa bagong Pilipinas.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Secretary Larry Gadon, Presidential Advisor on Poverty Alleviation. Mabuhay po kayo, sir.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you, sir.